Hey, how you guys doing? It's your boy Beastly back at it again with another CFB 26 video. Huge shout outs to all you amazing, beautiful bastards who supported that last video I've uploaded. At the time of me recording this video, it has like 65-ish comments, 100-ish likes, and 2K views. So I appreciate you guys. Much love. I really didn't expect that video to do so well. You guys have overwhelmingly told me in the comments to keep going. You want to see more videos like that in, general info dump. So appreciate you guys. If you guys don't know what video I'm referring to, it's the dev trait. You can pretty much most of the time guess a QB's dev trait just based off their stats pretty consistently. Obviously, not 100%, but you can do it most of the time. I'll be doing that for a defensive position group probably later this week. So appreciate you guys. Much love to all the people in the fam. Whether you pull up to the streams, which by the way, stream every day 6 o'clock CST or most days at around 6 o'clock CST. So pull up to the streams. We do dumb challenge, rebuilds, testing, all sorts of stuff on the streams. Right now we're doing a 2-star only account where I can only recruit 2-star athletes to win a natty. It is miserable. I don't recommend doing that. It's awful, but either way, stream every day. So yeah, whether you're pulling up to the streams, pull up to the comments, the people joining the Discord, the fam's ever growing. So I absolutely appreciate you guys. And what's the point of this video? Basically, quit just yapping, quit the intro. What's the point? So as you guys know, I love to read comments. I read all my comments. The haters who watch my videos and leave negative comments makes me laugh. And then obviously the amazing supportive comments. I love to read comments. And one of the comments I got recently was from a gentleman who said that he has to buy strategist in his rebuilds because he can't get talent developer and elite recruiter in any of his rebuilds. And I was sitting there and I'm like, that makes no sense. You should be able to get at least talent developer pretty easily because talent developer is not that hard to get. And rather than me typing this massively long, paragraph, giving him tips and whatnot, I figured there's probably a lot of other people in a similar situation to him. So rather than me just typing one response and copying and pasting it to the, multiple people who add the same question, I could just make a video and accomplish the same feat. So quick recap. What is talent developer? It is the best perk in the game. Why is it the best perk in the game? Why? Because it allows you to mass print 99 overalls. If you don't believe me, check out the Rice Dynasty, check out the ECU Dynasty, check out the Penn State Dynasty. It allows me to basically go undefeated every year. Easily the most broken perk in the game. Contrary to popular belief, this perk has not been nerfed. It is still the best perk in the game. And if you don't buy it, you're actively hindering your own dynasty. So the best perk in the game, you would assume, has the hardest requirements to get it. And not really. So for starters, you gotta have a bare min 50 recruiter and 50 motivator just to even have access to unlocking it. But that's not difficult because, as you guys should know, recruiter, specifically tier 1 recruiter, is one of the most important perks in any rebuild. Like, you're gonna be scouting the transfer portal players, the regular players. You're gonna constantly be scouting. So you need the thing to reduce the hours to scout. That's a must. So 50 hours in recruiter is not that, end of the world. But for motivator, it's the same boat where you have to buy tiers 1 through 3 for the off-season boost. It's a tremendous amount of XP you get in every single off-season. So realistically, there's only one criteria for talent dev. You're going to be bare min 50 for recruiter and bare min 50 for motivator naturally every rebuild. So the only real challenge is 2 first-round picks. And if you're a small school, I can see that being a daunting task, getting 2 94, 95-plus overall players. But I can assure you, whether you're a 5-star program or a 1-star program, it's possible. And the reason why I can tell you it's possible from first-hand experience. So this is my Terry 2-star account, in which is exactly what it sounds like. This rebuild, I'm restricted to only recruiting 2-star athletes. And it's as miserable as you think it is. 2-star stuck. Highly recommend never doing this. But anyways, this is my Terry 2-star account. And if you don't believe me, I got the streams on the channel and go watch them. JJ Pike, my 99 overall boundary corner. As you guys can see, 2-star rating. There's his stats. He is amazing. 2-star, by the way. Then we have a Mike by the name of Pat Melton, who's obviously a 2-star like everybody else. 95 overall. Here are his stats. And I'm not going to do every single person on the roster. You get the picture. We have a tight end named Seth Timmerman, 2-star pure blocker. And here are his stats, 94. So if you guys can see, I can do this with 2 stars, right? You can get talent developer with 2 stars if you just know what stats to upgrade and you just know what archetypes you can go after. It's very, 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 very feasible to get talent developer within the first 2 to 3 years of every dynasty. Now, obviously, if you're a big school like Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Penn State, you're going to get free first rounders just by starting up your program. So that takes zero effort. Just play the game, and there you go. Clemson, another example. But for the smaller schools, it should take you no more than 3 years, right? 2 years being the earliest, 3 years being the max. 2 to 3 years, every rebuild, you should be knocking out talent developer because it's really not that hard to get players drafted, especially in the first round. And that's what this video is to show you. Whether you're doing 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever you're doing, there's a way of doing it. I will show you the ethical and I will show you the non-ethical way of doing it. I will show you the cheese, the not so cheesy. So if you learn anything, slap a like on this video. And yeah, let's hop back on to the Texas State account. So I've already cut out the boring parts of the beginning of this. We're 11-3 during the national championship week. I will go ahead and show the schedule because I always get those obligatory comments in every stream and video I do. You force win your games, which I think is so weird. I think if you force win your games for YouTube videos or live streams and you don't tell people you're force winning games, that's fucking weird. Like, just be honest. But as you can see, we went 11-3 year one. We were finished first in the Sun Belt, which is pretty nice. And here we go. So first thing you have to get off, like out rip, is you got to have the right coordinators. You do. We have a DC already on the roster named Dexter McCoyle. Great name. He's a master motivator. He already has the important stuff, tier 1 through 3 for the defensive players, and now he's beginning the process of getting the master motivator. So in a couple years, he will be a beast. We, as we already established, have the right perks. And our current DC, or OC, excuse me, is Scheme Guru. So his ass is fired. But as you can see, we kind of replaced him with Dell McNeil, McGee, which you won't see, I think, till next week. But he is a talent developer / master motivator, which sounds great. Oh my God, BC, that's so overpowered. You found a talent developer and master motivator the first year of your dynasty. You're so lucky. There's no way I can replicate that. And you're right, it's pure luck. But it's not really as lucky as you think it is, because when I pull up his stuff, as you guys can see right here, yeah, he has Master Motivator, but he's missing tier 3 on all of the base points. It's just tier 1 and 2, so he's not actually helping me at all. And then for the Master Motivator, he's the same thing. And then for Talent Developer, all he has is tier 1 and 2 for O-line and running backs, but we're not getting people drafted, so the pay it forward's not even working. So realistically, he has 2 perks in the Talent Developer and no perks for Master Motivator. In like a couple years, right, Dell will be insane, but for now, he's not as good as you think he is. As long as you have the right perks and you get a motivator, OC, and DC, you can replicate what I'm doing. I promise. Talent developers, not necessary, but they're there if you get them to make the rebuild a little bit quicker and easier. So what we're going to do is go straight to the week 1 of the transfer portal, and we will begin the process of getting the right players with the right archetypes to pursue and hopefully force make our first round picks within the first 2 to 3 years of our dynasty. So I'm going to cut straight to that point. So for you guys, it'll be a moment. For me, it'll probably be like 30 minutes. BRB. So we are in week 1 of the transfer portal. I'm going to go ahead and show you my transfer settings. These are the default settings, 20, 55, 55. I don't advise you ever keeping these default in any rebuild you do. I highly recommend personally to jack this down to somewhere between 10 and at a most 14. I think 20 is way too high. And then for these sliders at 55, you should jack these down to about 30, if not lower. And if you're curious, the reason why I advise you to have something along the lines of this is because there are thousands of people who enter the transfer portal with the default settings. And if they don't find a home during the transfer portal, they will just despawn. They will just disappear into the ether and leave your dynasty forever. It's a very sad thing. EA needs to fix it. I understand last year in 25, the transfer portal didn't work very well at all. It was very boring and there was hardly anyone there. But the opposite is this year, where more players are entering the portal than there are players on teams, and they just despawn. So you're losing 5 stars, 4 stars, and 3 stars every single year to just nothing. The joke I have with my friends and my community is that, like, they go become used car salesmen and, like, you know, just retire from football. But realistically speaking, EA, it's unacceptable that you could have 18 or 1,500 players enter the transfer portal and like 300 of them find a home. That's ridiculous. And if you're curious, that's why the reason why if you get like 4, 5, 6, 8 years deep into your dynasty and you go to the transfer portal and you see some like okay players but no one special, but then you go and check everyone's roster and like you have 45 overall teams and like Ohio State's like an 85. That's why, right? These big schools and small schools can't develop because their teams are constantly transferring out and they're just despawning. So over time, it'll just destroy your dynasty, which is why I typically keep it at 30 and 30. 30 and 30 is a nice even split. That way you will have some players transfer out where you don't meet the criteria for, and yet you will keep some players, and the same thing for the CPU. And then jacking this down from 20 to 12. Honestly, you could probably keep it at 10 and be just fine too. But whether it's 10, 12, 13, 14, whatever, just keep it low teens, because the less players who can transfer will. So you won't have these garbage schools losing their entire roster and being, again, 40, 50 overalls, which are just unacceptable. And then, you know, vice versa. You won't have Clemson or Alabama or Ohio State be like an 85, 86 because they physically can't keep players on their roster because everyone's constantly transferring out. So just for your own mental health, I recommend these settings. But for this video, I kept everything at default because a lot of people play at default. So if you see players in my portal that are not normally there, more than likely you're not playing on default, or I just got very unlucky. There is some element of randomness here, but just so you're aware, there we go. Now, to spare time for your eyes again, I am going to go ahead and get the players on the board, and then I will cover later why I went after said players. Okay, so we just signed a class. Let's go down the usual suspects. So for starters, QBs. QBs are, especially for the first 2 years in the first two transfer portals, there's an excessive overabundance of QBs with dev traits. I don't know any of these guys' dev traits for the record. I could have done this and like research, but I just went and found the QBs that had the best stats. Guy is 92 throw power, 83 speed, impact dev, freshman, dope. Holy crap, this guy is star dev, Haas Hedgeny. That's insane. I knew he was special with 91 speed, if you remember the previous video I've been referencing, but I didn't expect star dev. Wow. This guy is impact dev. Oh my. And this guy is impact. We have 4 QBs that are impact devs. Now here's the funny thing. Their deal breakers are each a little different. So we're going to hopefully be able to milk 4 years of 4 first-round picks from back-to-back-to-back QBs. So that's phenomenal. Again, take note of these players. If you're rebuilding your dynasty, I would highly advise you getting at least Haas Hedgeny. I don't know how to say this guy's name. He's a pure runner freshman. Insane stats. I don't know what his skill caps are. We'll check those in a bit, but fucking impact, star, impact. I will happily take that. Then for tight ends, normal dev. They were the only 2 we had that we could possibly get were pure blockers, so that kind of stinks. Left tackle, impact, W. Georgia stole the star. Oh, he was starred. He was impact. Oh, that's so sad. The star and impact got stolen. Oh, this impact got stolen too. Wow, we got fleeced on several. We got more impacts though. Impact linebackers, nice. And then we have 2 impact corners. So as you guys can see, I went after only 3 stars. I can promise you, you guys can get 3 stars in the portal year 1. I assure you, you can get them. Next, let's go and check our QBs. I want to go check out the star QB first because he might have a. Oh, this is the one we had on the roster. I don't know how he's going to develop. He's a 76, so maybe he might cap out at like an 80, but that would be cool. This guy is a 73. Haas Hedgeny. What are your skill caps? He doesn't have any. Oh my god. Wow. If he has like a decent off-season training, he might be a first-round pick off rip. Wow. That's pretty cool. These normal dev QBs are going to get cut from the roster going to next year. Next, the tight ends we already checked. All normal dev, but oh well, they were all we had available. The linemen were impact dev. Logan Holland, I don't know if you were already here or someone I got from the thing. You're a pass pro with iffy, to put it nicely, pass pro. You might cap out like an 85, 86. That stinks. That stinks. But first time in this recording, this is my 4th time recording this video because I keep having auto record on or auto develop and it ruins my entire thing. But first like little cheesy thing I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I don't do this in my dynasties. I think it's a bit cheesy, but if there's a lineman who you don't think is going to develop or, you know, develop quick enough, like for example, we have Tanner Morley. He's a pass pro lineman, but his pass pro is capped. So Tanner is pretty much going to very little develop at all, if hardly even. What you can do is slap your bad offensive lineman to tight end, and they become pure blockers. And when you go to find him now, he's a 77 normal to 6'7" pure blocker, 3-star. And I know you're looking at yourself, you're like, Beastly, this is disgusting. Like, yeah, he can run block, but look, he's 20 catching. He has 20 route running. Like, he's so bad. Trust me. Let me cook, fam. Let me cook. I can show you. This is easily the most exploitive thing you can do. I don't do this in my dynasties. Again, I don't really like to do the position swap cheese, but it's just something you can do to keep in mind. He's also normal dev, for the record. He's normal dev. He's going to be insane. Let's just keep it like that. But these are the players. Obviously, all of it means nothing without tokens. So let's advance 1 week to get our tokens. And you guys are about to see how much you can just balloon your teams overall so quickly. This is another reason why I don't like the transfer portal is that it just synthetically speeds up your rebuilds so quickly if you cheese it properly. So let's go with the tight end first. He has 17 tokens. Now, those 17 tokens may not sound like a ton, right? 17, not a lot. Watch how much he jumps from upgrading his route running once. That's right. He just jumped from a 77 to an 84, upgrading his route running once. Now we're going to upgrade his hands. And now he just jumped from an 84 to an 88. Yes. Yes, if he had impact dev or any development whatsoever, he could probably be a 95 plus overall player. I don't know if you should keep going more than one upgrade. It's cheap, so we're going to do one more, but this might not be worth it. 88. Yeah, okay. So now we're getting to the point where it's like not moving. Okay, so do at least 2 points into route running and 2 points in the hands. And now we're going to go run blocking. He's now at 91. Go run blocking again. He's now at 94. More than likely, Tanner Morley will get tokens during the year. He's already a 94 tight end. I would be shocked if he doesn't get at least one more run blocking or blocking upgrade at all. So he should easily be sitting at the beginning of, or the off season of our third year, the end of our second year, easily a 95 overall tight end, which should easily be a first round pick. Now, again, normal dev kind of sucks. Our OC is not really helping us at all. Imagine if we had talent developer. Imagine if our OC actually helped us. Imagine if we had more perks, just how crazy this would be. So yeah, that's why moving really bad offensive lineman to tight end is very glitchy. But I have regular pure blockers. That way, if you don't want to do that, like I don't traditionally do, you can still get good value. Now, this guy is probably not the best example I could have shown you because he has atrocious gaps in blocking. So he's kind of a wash. Still an 84 though. So not, by no means is he a bum, but would have liked to have seen more out of him personally. This guy, Morbin Tribbett, he's a junior, so he has 1 more year left, and he has good blocking. He's a 72, and we're going to upgrade all of his stuff as much as we can. He's going to jump from a 72 all the way to an 82. So 1 year, 10 overall. If he's in this program going into next year, which I don't see why he wouldn't leave, or why he would leave, but assuming he stays in the program 1 more year, we can easily cap out his blocking and start dumping points into route running, which I guess we can go ahead and do here. Route running and IQ, and slowly get those stats up and just, as you'll see, just balloon overall. Now, if I can do this with normal devs, imagine what you guys can do with impact devs. Like this guy's impact dev, he's a physical route runner, so his physical route running is going to be more important. So like as an example, we're just going to upgrade his route running. For a physical route runner, it is the most important, and as you will see, he is developing, but nowhere near at the rate the other 2 tight ends were doing, just because pure blockers are the easiest to upgrade. So there you go. This guy is a senior. If he was in my roster for like another 2 or 3 years, he could be pretty good, but there you go there. Let's go check out our QBs. I'm very curious. Oh my goodness. He has 42 points. He has 48 points. He's 52 points. Oh my God. I'm going to see really quickly just how much I could upgrade him. Now I'm going to go straight accuracy first, which this is a mistake. Wait, accuracy doesn't do anything for pure runners? Accuracy doesn't do anything for pure runners? I didn't know that. Wow. Never mind. I mean, not really never mind. He's like insane still. Like he has 87 throw power, which I guess is a little weak. But that's crazy. So pure runners only, I don't ever get pure runners ever. So this was kind of insane that for a pure runner, all they care about is elusiveness, quickness, and IQ, which I guess makes sense. But you're telling me none of the quarterback stats matter at all? None? None of them? That's insane, EA. Well, I thought he was a guaranteed first round pick, and turns out he's not. But, okay, what about this guy? Cade Fox, a pocket passer with 42 tokens. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with you. You're a 78 off rip. Okay, he's an 89 QB after one off season. So 100%, if we keep him in the program one more year, max out his IQ, and then start to do elusiveness, he should easily also be a first-round pick. So there's 2 first-round picks. One of them is actually going to be a first-round pick. This guy, not so much. And where's the senior? Holden Greener, Journer. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry, EA. But he's a 76. He's 48 tokens, but I wonder what you're going to upgrade to. 76. I'm hoping for, like, high 80s like that other guy was. 84, 86, 88. He's also an 89. Wow, that's insane. Now, he's not going anywhere, so he's going to leave after 1 year, sadly. So he's not going to receive as big of a bump as I hoped he would, but wow. We have a pretty good quarterback this year, a god-tier quarterback next year, a decent quarterback here. You got more guys to upgrade. So you have some QBs. He's going to be a guaranteed first-round pick next year. Right, guaranteed. He, assuming we don't get that many more tokens during the year, was probably, if he's pushing it, like a 7th or 6th round pick. But we got some guys here who can develop, and some guys who can't because their skill caps are atrocious. So not too terrible between the tight end this year and next year. We should be good. Let's go look at tackles real quick. Logan Holland, I believe, was someone we also got in the portal. He's a 3-star pass pro impact. Now, I don't think he's going to cap out just because his pass blocking is so low. We can try for IQ, but I just don't think he's going to cap higher than like a 90, if he even hits 90. Yeah, he hit 90. Yeah, he's not going to get enough tokens during the year. Unfortunately, skill caps kind of screwed him of his potential, but oh well. You can't win them all. You're a 66, but I guess I can use you as an example of just how much you can explode someone's overall. Again, keep in mind, he was a 66 overall, and now he's a 75. He just jumped almost 11 overall with 1 upgrade bump, and that's still me ignoring his IQ and ignoring pass coverage. So if he had like 30 or 35 tokens, he probably could have been an 80. And then going into the final season, he would have been pretty good. This gentleman has impact. He actually got that from the bump. Aiden Jones, who's a 1-star. Who's a 1-star with no caps. I love this game. So we're going to go ahead and max out his run support, as you just saw, like the other gentleman. So this guy's going to be a 70, I think a 71. Now he's going to be a 77. Now we're going to max out the IQ as much as we can. Check, check, check. He's now almost an 80. So come next season, he should, because he's a junior, right? Yeah, come his senior year, he should have enough tokens to fully max out his pass coverage. And he might, if you have enough tokens, which is, you know, crossing our fingers here, if he gets enough tokens, you max out the pass coverage and maybe max out the quickness, he might hit that fringe like 90 overall. Not a bad squad, though, considering I've done hardly any actual work for this team. I've just simply been doing the portal. You have 42 tokens. Oh, I forgot. We have this fucking running back on this team. Yeah, I forgot. This guy's a stud. I think last time I got him in a different dynasty, this dude was hitting like an 80-something overall. In my other... Yeah, he's an 85 already. Holy shit. He's an 85 impact freshman. Which means if he doesn't have just an awful season next year, he should easily get 35, 40 more tokens, and we can max out his elusiveness, max out his hands, and then fill the rest with IQ. And he should easily be like the low 90s. Anyone else on this roster that has a surprising amount of tokens? Oh, I have a receiver with 60 tokens. Oh my god. Kylan Evans, do you have... You have everything but IQ. That is comical, EA. I don't know why you would do this to this man, make him so stupid. But I'm pretty sure just because of the IQ alone, he can't hit 90. Because you do need some IQ. Now, I mostly rely on IQ to, like, inflate the overall, but you don't have to do it. It just helps a ton. But for him, I physically don't know if it'll let him He's a 75 now, 76 now. Mid 70s before ever touching his hands and speed. I don't know. He might be a interesting person to watch out for. I guess we should just do everybody. Why not while we're here? You're a 2-star route runner. Let's go ahead and see how many route running. You're an 82 off rip. Wow, you're an 85. You're an 86. You're an 87. Wow, are you a junior? You're a senior. Again, if he was just here for one more season, man. One more season, he could be 95 plus, but he's unfortunately that. You're also a receiver, a route runner. Let's go ahead and do you. You were an 81 off rip. And now, oh my god. Oh my god, keep going. He's a 92. Holy shit. Oh my god. He's a 92. I already know Bo Sparks is going to get a token or two during the season. If I dump that in, like, IQ or hands, oh my, he might be like a 93, 94. Wow. Kids, this is why you check your roster. Do we have any random D linemen? Oh, we have several. Oh, we have several D line with 30 tokens each. DTs? They're pretty normal. So yeah, man, this is, again, I've done one recruiting cycle, and I wasn't even really trying to get players in that cycle. I was more or less just getting players that, you know, had chances of getting dev traits to kind of speed this up. And even then, we already have a bunch of low 80s and a couple high 80s, which means going into the next season, again, this guy's perfect example. If he can stay his senior year, if he's starting at 84 already, he should be amazing going into there. Oh, you have good run support caps. Nice. So now we just max out your run support and we max out your IQ, and your overall should balloon all the way up to like an 80, 81. Yep, 80. 81. Perfect. So he's an 81 before I touched his pass rushing stats, which is kind of important. But I think we've dragged this part of the video on long enough. So all these guys with 20 or so tokens, they can upgrade themselves. They really won't, you know, thread the needle much or move the needle very much. So we're going to not really worry. We will auto upgrade. And here is our roster going into year 2, where I pretty much did nothing but just get players out the portal. I moved 1 lineman, 2 tight end. So we have a 94 overall. He should be guaranteed to be a first round pick. We have a guy who might be a first round pick in Bo Sparks, who's a 92, which is insane. And then we got several high 90s. So this should be a very fun season. See what we get here. And I'm going to probably just cut all the way to the very end and see who did or did not get drafted. You know, just to give you an idea what I was referring to about how, like, with default settings, it destroys your teams. Kennesaw State last year was a 63 or a 64 overall. And now I believe they've dropped all the way down to like a 53. Where'd they drop to? They're a 60. Let me get them off my schedule and put them back on. I'm pretty sure they're like a 55 overall school now. They're a 55. They dropped 10 overall because the transfer portal just gutted their team. Delaware dropped from, I think, a 62 or a 61 to a 53. And it's just, again, you think it's bad down here with all these bad schools getting worse. The good schools also get gutted. So I just hate the default transfers, you know, portal settings. I highly advise everyone changing them, but it's your dynasty. Do what you want. We got our cupcakes. Again, I'm not going to recruit. I'm just going to go to the portal and see how we develop going into year 2. Okay, well, we went 11-1. Wow, we had a crazy year. What were our stats? I'm kind of curious what the stat total was for this second season. Our quarterback threw for 3,600 yards, 44 touchdowns, 7 picks, and he has 23 upgrade tokens. That's pretty clean. We had 2 receivers crack 1,000 yards. That's also pretty good. Running back did really well. I love the Ohio State playbook. This shit never gets old. But I already see our players do have several tokens. Let's go ahead and spend those because the tokens do count mid-year. Now, he's an 89 overall QB now with 23 tokens. So here's the question. Do I go all awareness? No, I'm going to go accuracy. Yeah. And then IQ. He's a 93. He's a 93 overall. I don't know if we're going to make the playoff with this team, but if we somehow do make a playoff run, I'm pretty certain he would gain enough tokens to then level up 1, maybe 2 more times and be a 95, which is kind of insane that he's even at that point. Now for our 94 tight end, he unfortunately, being normal, that did not get that many tokens during the year. I'm probably just going to go route running and hope it goes 1 overall. It does. And then hands. Nice. So there you go. 95 overall tight end should be a guaranteed first round pick, which is funny that we moved a fat guy to tight end and now it's a first round pick. So we have a 95 tight end and 93 QB. He might be a second or third round pick, unfortunately, but this tight end should be a first round pick. Do we have anybody else? This receiver. Ooh, you have 5 tokens. Can we squeeze another overall out of you, please? No. Darn. There's not much more I could have upgraded there, so it is what it is. Anybody else with a lot of tokens? Ooh, my left tackle has 14. And you have 20 tokens? Mike, what are we doing? You have 20 tokens? We'll probably do IQ next. Are you a senior? You're a junior. Okay. We'll do IQ next. Get that as high as we can. And then in the off season, hopefully you'll get enough tokens. We can do the zone coverage and just see your overall balloon. We'll auto upgrade the rest. Try to get them as high as humanly possible. Can we win our second back-to-back Sun Belt Championship? Survey says, I mean, Georgia State should get slaughtered, but I believe that's a upgrade we win, and we win. Nice. Now, I doubt we're going to make the playoff, but it'd be kind of cool if we did. EA. Let me just get all my awards out the way. Thank you for the... Yep, broke records. Thank you. Sunbelt. Yep, thank you. QB did amazing. Yep. Actually, only 300 yards against that team is kind of insane. I kind of expected to have like 400 or 500 yards. Georgia Southern or Georgia State, whatever that was, they're like a 60 overall team. How in the hell, as an 82, we don't pass for more yards, but... Arch Manning win Heisman, super unrealistic. EA, 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. We do make the playoffs to Nebraska. I made the playoffs 2 years deep, literally just using the transfer portal. That's kind of hysterical, but also just depressing how this works. Now, there's no way in hell we're beating Nebraska, but it'd be funny if we did. EA. Wait, 2,500 XP? We actually won? Oh my god. We beat Nebraska. Oh my god, we beat Nebraska. Dude, I've made the playoffs in 2 years at Texas State or whatever this school is. Oh my god. Well, didn't expect this to be in the video. That's pretty funny. Now we're playing Auburn. Aren't they like the same overall as us? They're an 88. We're an 82. Ooh, never mind. We're actually a little worse. Well, I mean, I didn't expect to win 1 playoff game, let alone 2, so can we beat Auburn with an upset? We lost. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not disappointed we lost because we shouldn't have been here to begin with, but hey, we got a playoff win the first 2 years with this school simply by just literally not recruiting and just using the transfer portal because it's fair and balanced, as people tell me in my comments. Now, real quick before people start leaving, do we have any more tokens? This QB has 5 more. 5 more tokens is insane. Can I upgrade your awareness? I can. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I bet you throw power is probably a better use of those tokens than doing 3 awareness. Probably 1 throw power was better, but oh well. Oh well, we tried. We tried. We're going to just auto-upgrade the rest because I don't really want to sit there and waste more time doing this. So we've already lost everyone. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the players who are leaving, and we will see who got drafted and who didn't. We were so close. We were so close. So the tackle slash the tackle moved to tight end, 95 first round pick, never a doubt. I knew that from the beginning. But dude, this receiver, this 1-star route running receiver, ballooned from like an 80 to like a 91, 92. Oh my god. Bo Sparks could have been legendary. He barely missed it. Our QB was a 4th rounder, and then this corner was a 7th rounder. So these two, I really, honestly, the QB I feel like could have been a 95. I feel like maybe if I took the points out of IQ I dumped and put them into throw power, maybe 94. But we got one already 2 years deep, and this is technically our second off season, and we got one already. So that's cool. And then this guy could have been great. We could have legitimately had talent developer in our second year, which is dope. Okay, so now we have that done. We are going to go check out our people. The first thing I want to go test is the QB. This guy is a phenomenal quarterback, but there is no reason why he should be a hard capped 80. So I am going to slide him at kicker real quick and move him from kicker back to QB and reset his archetype. And hopefully he's not a pure runner. He is still a pure runner. I wonder if he's hard capped as a pure runner because he's a real player. Because I know for a fact if he was an autogen player, it would reset his archetype, which is weird. Oh, well. That stinks. He's a phenomenal quarterback, right? He's the best stats I've ever seen from a pure 80 overall player. It's just disappointing that, unfortunately, pure runners have zero impact on throwing stats. Like, I get it. They're supposed to be running around. That's, like, the point of them. But have zero impact on throwing stats? Like, come on, EA. That is ridiculous. Next, we're going to go find some offensive linemen. Who do I think won't develop? Actually, you know what? Logan Holland might be the guy because he's kind of hard capped, and I don't think he's going to get enough power to develop into an actual guaranteed first round tackle. But if I slide him to tight end, as you can see, he's already in 89. So I think Logan will be the member this season to be the offensive lineman that get moved to tight end. And just in case I didn't want to, where was the guy from last year? Was he a tackle? Where was he? There was a guy last year who had just atrocious skill caps. He might have left because of free agency. I don't know where he went, but he might have left. Either way, I would have moved him. He had everything just terrible. But yeah, we should now let's go into the training and see what dev traits we get and see what points we get. And again, I've not spent my tokens. I still have Bearman Recruiter and Bearman Motivator. So there you go. My running back is upgrade, or not running back. Who was that? My impact dev? I don't know who that was. I got upped, but this is now technically season 3 or year 3, and our QB has 32 tokens. There is no universe Cade Fox is not an absolute super stud. There is no way I'm going to upgrade all his awareness. He's not like a 95. There's like no way. Are you trolling me, EA? Really? He's only a 92? He'll be a 93 with the upgrades, the last 2 he needs from awareness. But you're telling me this is just insane. I thought this got to be much higher. Much, much, much higher. This guy, again, he's amazing overall wise because his thing doesn't matter. So I guess since the only thing that matters is, I guess, elusiveness for you. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this. And then IQ maybe? Because of your carrying? He's a junior. I still might be able to turn him into a first round pick, ironically enough. But he needs speed. I would assume the only thing that upgrades left is speed. I doubt there's no way if accuracy doesn't matter, throw power matters. So it must be accuracy either way. He's still amazing stats, just horrible overall, which is funny how that works. Oof, oof, oof. This QB might, depending on how he performs during the season, get like 1 or 2 overall higher. But here's the person we're waiting for, this running back. This running back's an 86. He should develop into a first round pick. Should. Big emphasis on the word should. He's a 92, yes. So again, assuming he gets a couple tokens during the season, he should easily jump to 1 or 2 overall higher from just the IQ and the hands alone. So, nice. Now, in reality, I probably should have kept him 1 more season to guarantee, but I'm shooting for a 3-year talentive. That's what I'm shooting for. 3-year talentive. Ooh, you have interesting stats. I'm gonna jump your awareness first. I think your awareness matters the most. I think he has everything else, just the awareness is so just bad. And EA kind of agrees with me. Just by upgrading his awareness alone, he jumped from an 80 to an 87. And he is a sophomore, so he will be here next year. Next year, he's, again, another example of just a first-round pick. Not this year, but next year. Oh, well. This guy's an 82, LJ Johnson Jr. He's an 82, and he could possibly... An elusive route runner, you say. Ooh. If this upgrades the way I think it is, he might shoot up to like a 95 overall. Yeah, he might just explode. Okay, he stopped exploding. I mean, that's not bad. 88. He's a junior. Oh, yeah, he's a junior. 88 overall junior. Oh, he should totally come back next year. And again, another first-round pick. So, yeah, whether it's 2 or 3 years, as a small school, trust me, you can make first-round picks. You got to get players with dev traits. You got to know how to upgrade them. And then pretty much it's pretty just, you know, it's there. Here's the funny guy that has negative IQ. And I'm actually curious what his stats are going to be after I max his hands. He's getting 1 overall per upgrade, so he might cap out like an 86. 84? 84. So he is a sophomore. There's a chance that even with maxing out his speed, it might, again, tell me if you've heard this line before, make him a first-round pick. This tight end, 89 overall Logan Woolen, a.k.a. the lineman. So we're going to do 1 upgrade. And now he's a 98. So there you go. If you really just don't want to be bothered, slap a lineman to tight end, easy 99. You could do that year 1. It's really not that difficult. If you want to do it the organic route of getting an actual pure blocking tight end, you could do that too, because Morgan Tribbett is an actual tight end who's an 88 overall. He is a senior. If he had 1 more year of development, I could go more into IQ, but unfortunately, he's only been here for 2 years, was not here long enough, and he's normal dev, so those tokens are kind of hard to come by. But yeah, another first-round pick and the tight end, that was moved to tight end. We have a QB who I feel like should have been a first-round pick, but his stats just didn't go up high enough, which is weird because he's like insane stats. So it's kind of low-key turned into a video about just Beastly telling you how to upgrade players. But, you know, how you upgrade players does matter a ton, especially for getting dev traits. 36, you're a coverage specialist. Can I even upgrade you anymore or no? You can upgrade a lot. I think you might cap at like a 90, though. Yeah. Darn, he's so close. Just another guy that could have been amazing. Oh, wait, whoa, not could have been. He is going to be amazing, just not this year, next year. If he's an 88 this year, next year he'll be like a 93. 93, 94. Just goes to show you how OP Motivator is. And that now, I think, should be everybody. Unless there's like a random linebacker who has like, this gentleman's an 81 with 30 tokens. Can I maybe work my magic with you? Let's do pass coverage. What is the max pass coverage I could give you to balloon you up and overall? An 85, 86, 87. So for a 1-star to become an 87, that's pretty solid, especially with 79 speed. That is, if his speed was in like the mid 80s, he'd be like a 90 plus. Unfortunately, he's just so slow that you can't fix how slow that guy is. I think we had a defensive lineman too. Ooh, we do. You're an 85 overall with 30 tokens. Landry, ooh, you're a speed rusher, so you need speed and finesse move. And unfortunately, you're already capped on that, so I guess we go quickness here. He just has bad caps. Really bad caps. You need run stopping to not be so capped, and finesse move. These are the 2 most important stats for him, and there's giga capped. If his finesse moves, they took all those caps from finesse move into power move, and all those caps for run stopping into power. This guy would have been a monster, but unfortunately, due to his skill caps, he is kind of, ironically enough, capped. Next for Collins, we're going to probably, you're 1 more year left. So yeah, we're going to upgrade the speed move, or the finesse move, which is what they have. He's now an 84. We're going to upgrade his IQ. He will probably be, yeah, he's an 85 this year. Again, fringe 90. Skill caps are in the atrocious areas. We're going to just, I think I've spent too much time upgrading these players already. But yeah, here's the team. We're going to auto upgrade. Bada bing, bada boom. That's the squad. I'm going to do exactly what I just did. I'm going to advance to the very end of the 3rd seasons where we should unlock Talent Developer. And just like that, I can go crazy with Talent Developer and all that fun stuff. So yeah, see you guys at the end of the 3rd season. This is absolutely just insane. So you guys can see we went 13-0 in the Sun Belt, and we made the playoffs again, which is just funny. I think I forgot to show the thing last season. He's now at 94. Hell yeah. We're going to just, I guess, upgrade elusiveness, it doesn't really matter because the importance stats are already maxed. So, but as a 94, he should be a first round pick easily. But yeah, you guys get with 13-0. I didn't do it last year, which is my bad. So for the obligatory, oh my god, you cheated comment, they're gonna actually beat me that one time because I forgot to show it. But as you guys can see, didn't force win. I never do force win. I think you're weird if you do that. There you go. We play USC, where hopefully we can beat USC. That'd be pretty cool if we could. But no biggie. As you guys can see, I haven't spent my tokens. There's stuff I could buy. This Titan actually... this Titan got no upgrades throughout the year. That's insane. We're going to, do hands just because we got nothing else to do. Anyone else is... our running back got 11 tokens. Nice, 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 nice. Now, here's the issue with him. He is going to get drafted. What I should have done is kept him as an 88 overall. Made him build tokens for one more year because he's going to get picked. The question is, I don't think at a 92 overall, he's going to be a first round pick. And I don't think when I upgrade his hands 3 times, it's going to fix that problem or his IQ 3 times. So either way, he's not going to be a first round pick. He could have been if I just did this a little better, but we're going to do hands. Hands. Oh, that's unfortunate. 2 hands equal 1 overall, yet 93. He's a solid player. Great player, just I don't think getting a first round pick, sadly. He's an example of someone who I should have waited a little bit more with, but the QB should be a first round pick. This tight end will definitely be a first round pick / offensive lineman. He could have been if I just did him a little better. Or if I had the playoff perk that reduces, 3rd through 7th round draft picks. If I had that perk, he'd be fine, but that's too late. Can't really go back now. What's done is done. But the point I think I did in this video showing you, it's really not that hard. I think I've proven my point that it's really not that hard to get talent developer, especially in the first 2 to 3 years of your school. All you have to do is buy the right perks and know what to upgrade, and you're pretty good. God, this running back, man, he's just on the cusp. He is just on the cusp. Let me go check in for my OC real quick. What is my OC buying? So he did not go any further into talent dev for running backs, because again, we're not drafting anybody, so tier 1's not doing anything. It's just tier 2. And then I would be willing to bet for his master motivator, which he's heavily speccing into. Again, he's not... I wish you could physically control your coordinators, because if this doofus would just buy tier 3 on the base motivator for the running back, he would have got like an extra 10 or so tokens, and those 10 tokens would have been the difference of him being a first round pick and not being a first round pick. So if this dingus would have just bought tier 3 talent developer for running backs or tier 3 talent or base motivator for running backs, that running back would have more tokens. Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game. But unfortunately, you're kind of at the mercy of your own idiots. Can we beat USC? Last year we snuck out with a playoff win, which is pretty cool. And did we lose? 1,800 is like a lot, but it's not like winning amount. I can't tell if we won. Oh my God, dude, we've won 2 playoff games in 3 years with this school. And again, I've done 0 recruiting. Year 1, I did just the portal. Year 2, I didn't even do anything year 2. I left it on auto. And then year 3, I left it also on auto. We are 14-0. There is... Like, did we get enough tokens? I doubt it to, like, maybe squeeze 1 more level out. Close. We need, I think, 3. He is 2. If he wins 1 more playoff game, he might get enough tokens to level up 1 more time. Can we beat Notre Dame, please? Survey says. Is that winning XP again or is losing? I can't tell. 1,700 seems like a lot for a loss, so probably a win. We have won another playoff game. Oh my God. There's no way I'm going to finish this video with a natty, right? There's just no shot. Again, let's go ahead and check our QB. Does he have 1 more token? Please have 1 more token. Yes, he does. Yes. Can we upgrade your elusiveness? Please. Fuck. Dude, he's going to be right there he's going to be on the edge. It's unfortunate. His skill caps, he just has 1 too many skill caps in IQ and 1 too many skill caps in accuracy to really... Well, can we upset Clemson? I mean, we've made it farther than I ever thought we would. Okay, we finally lost. That is what I expected. We don't have like a super squad at all. So the fact we were able to consistently make the playoffs and win playoff games within 3 years is kind of insane. So imagine how good this roster would have been if I actually would have been recruiting and I actually would have been trying this entire time, not just diddling around with talent dev and whatnot. But had a great year. Lost to Clemson, unfortunately, which is, you know, a lot of people lose to Clemson. Lots of people. And yeah, I'm going to go advance and see who gets drafted. Okay, I'll probably keep including this because I feel like you guys want to see the screen just to see what I'm doing. This is what I'm staring at like every time I cut, just the stupid screen. Okay, do we have any first round picks aside from the tight end? The tight end is really what I want to make. Like, I know he's a first rounder, but who else? Boom. There you go. You can beat the allegations of, oh, Beastly, you only got first round picks because you did the tight end offensive line glitch cheese nonsense. As you can see, the first year, Cade Fox, we had him 94 overall. Funny, this 94 overall is a first round pick, but the other one wasn't. EA, fix your game. Also, our running back, even though he's only a 93 and could have been so much better had my OC actually bought perks, he's a first round pick. And then obviously the tight end was a first round pick. This corner was a third. And yeah, just like that, we got Talent Developer unlocked in 3 seasons. If you guys don't believe me, here you go. Talent Dev is officially unlocked. There you go. Boom. It's now bought. So now, because I have Talent Dev, everyone is going to become a 99 overall ridiculously fast. And there you go. It took me 3 years. And if you're curious, I even made the playoffs twice. Almost won a natty there, which is just unbelievable. Almost winning a natty in the first 3 years with Texas State. And I literally didn't recruit a single person during the regular season. It was transfer portal. And then I skipped. Just insane. If you want to replicate this, there you go. It really isn't that hard. I can assure you, getting Talent Developer year 1 is pretty much only possible if you're using a good school and you have a good roster. But getting Talent Developer year 2 or year 3 is very, very, very possible. And so, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This one took like 4 or 5 recordings because it just kept messing things up with auto upgrade and just stuff of that nature. So if you guys can, smash a like on this video. If you learned a thing or two, I would appreciate that. But yeah, guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, night, afternoon, or day, depending on whatever time you watch my content in the future. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Drop me a follow or sub on Twitch. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you can, please become a member. Members get early access to every single video I post, like the one you're watching right now. You get voting in the Discord, so many other privileges, VIP videos, and streams, and much, much more. So if you can become a member, it does support me a ton. And yeah, guys, I will see ya when I see ya. Deuces.